Hello sunshines and welcome to an NRAAS story progression overview. Now, I have been using NRAAS story progression for so long, and a lot of people just don't know how to use it or just get so frustrated by the amount of things that are in there or click the wrong settings, which makes your game so much laggier or which just doesn't give you the results that you were hoping for with story progression. Story progression has so fucking much to it, and I will try to show you the settings that I use, try to give you a big overview of every setting in story progression that might make your life a little bit easier. I will try not to rant on too much in this video, but don't quote me on it. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. So just ignore, by the way, that she's in a hot dog suit. It is currently spooky day in my game. Anyway, I am here in my current household. It's a fucking mess right now. They are having a costume party. I haven't loaded into this save file in weeks, so gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, the first step obviously is even installing NRAAS story progression. Now, I made a video about how to install Sims 3 mod, so I will just link that right here. I will put it in a little card, and yeah, let's just get into it. So I am assuming that everybody has installed their NRAAS story progression, and now there are two ways to enter the little menu. The first way is through the computer, so you just click on the computer, go usually more NRAAS, and then you go to story progression. The other way is to go to the map view, look for your town hall, and go to NRAAS and then to story progression. So when you are at City Hall, you can just go ahead and click NRAAS story progression. I usually do it this way. I don't know why I never think about the computer thingy, but you know, whatever. And then it comes up with several things, with case options, general options, immigrant options, lot options, and town options. Now, the most things that even have to get story progression started are under general, so just click on that. In this menu, there are already a lot of fucking things that can get your story progression very weird, very lovely, it can get all. You can do a lot of fucking shit in this menu. Now, mind you, I don't use every single one of these settings, I don't. But there are a few very important ones that I want to just guide you through. The first one is to even enable the progression. Now, you have to set this on true if you even want story progression to work. Please keep that in mind. The next one is the adjust speed. Normally, this is on 3, it's on default. I put this on 4, on fast, because I want everything to progress a little bit faster than they're normally are, because it just makes for getting better gameplay. This way, a lot of things always happen in your town. It's just way more lovely. But you can also put it on very slow, so like snail, you can put it on slow. You can just keep it at default. You can put it on fast or rapid. Now, rapid, to my knowledge, is really fast. Like, they get together, they get married, and they have a baby, like literally in 2 days. So, you know, if you want that UBU, I think it's a little too much. Now, the next very important one is all stories. If you click this, you will have this set on all by default. I have it set on blood, family, and romantic. This way, I only get messages like in the top right corner of my screen from blood relatives, of friends, and of romantic interests. Now, I do this because I don't give a shit about a random townie, you know, that they progressed in their job. I don't really care about that. Now you can also put it on enemies, on none, on only residents, personality leaders, personality members, portrait panel, or spouses. If you click none, you will get no story progression will still work, but you will just get no messages in your top right corner. Now, the next one is export settings. You can, if you have all the story progression settings that you want and you want to transfer them to a new town, you can just click export settings and save them under a name. And then when you are in the in a new town, you can just click import settings and just click the one that you have saved before. It is very useful. The next one is options, careers. If you click on this, you will get another very big menu. Now, this literally is everything about career that you can tweak, that you can change. So you have allow investigations, allow standalone part-time jobs, assign dream job to employed, assign self-employed careers, auto find job. If you don't want townies to find a job by themselves, you can uncheck this. Auto tones for active, not sure what that is. Autotones for inactive, not sure what that is. Kept a mooch maximum. Now, these are all on default still. So, well, except for these stories, obviously. So these are all on default, except for forced teen jobs. I have that on false because in The Sims 3, whenever somebody ages up to a teen, they immediately get a part-time job, which results in me not being able to invite any teen over after school or going to a teen's house after school because they're all at work. It's so annoying, honestly. Now we have here, change work clothes. You can put that on false or whatever. Forced change work clothes. You can do a lot of things. Now, the most exciting things are basically in the options thingies right here. So if you go to options, job performance, this is all on default by me, but I'm just showing everything so that you can all maybe get my settings you can just like pause the video and change your settings the way I have them. And you can even promote on the job, which is quite cool. We have options retirement, assign self-employed retirement. Now this one is the one right here. If I just exit out of all of this, if you go right here, you can say register as retired and at any age you want to, which is really helpful. And then you can have a maximum per level active career pension and retire elders at maximum level, which I have set to false. Now the next one is the school. So you can apply after school activity to true, assign homeschooling to true, auto assign school. Now I am pretty sure that this will have less options if you do not have the school module installed. NRAAS created a module that allows to have private schools and homeschooling and all that kind of thing. So I can send my teens or my children to science school, to music school, culinary school, all that kind of stuff. And if you don't have that module installed, you will not have all these options. Just keep that in mind. You can find the modules at just the story progression website of NRAAS, so it is very easy to find, so don't worry. Now you can even get them the summer off. I usually don't do this because I only have my summer on 7 days and they already get like 1 day off in summer, and usually that's fine by me. Unless I have these seasons of like 14 days, then sometimes I give them a few days off in summer, but I don't usually use this, but it is really cool. Now for the next one isn't really the next few things aren't really interesting. Just tweak a little bit, like, and take a look at all these options, and or just like copy them if you trust me enough, you know? The next one is options cased. Now this is literally 2 things: allow outcase and speed. I never changed anything in this, so it is not that interesting. The next one though is options deaths. Now the only thing I really touch here is the ancestral first choice. This is always set on firstborn by default. I don't really like that because if you can see right here, I have a lot of people in my family and even 2 moved out. So I have a lot of children in my family. I think they have like 6 children. So I don't want it to automatically go to the firstborn. I want it to randomize, you know. So you can put that on random, or you can like first female, first male, or lastborn, whatever you want. So you can do that, and that is basically the only thing I touch. The next option is flirt. Now flirt I don't touch a lot, except for chance of bisexual sim and chance of gay sim. Now I have tweaked a little bit with this. Normally this is set on like 2 and 1 or something. It's really fucked, but I have put it on 12 and 9. This way undecided sims or sims who are born in your town will roll a dice, and they have this amount of percentage of being bisexual, gay, or straight. So I put this on 12 and 9. This works really well for me. I have a few bisexual ones, I have a few gay sims, and I have a few straight sims, so it is a perfect For me, this is this is like the right spot, that not too many become gay or too many become bi or too many become straight. So this is really nice for me. And Romeo and Juliet flirt is always a recommendation. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but I just know that it's a recommendation. So yeah, try to tweak with this, try to find the sweet spot for you. For me, it's 12 and 9. So if you trust me enough, you can just put 12 and 9 in there. Otherwise, just try for yourself a little bit. The next one is friendships. I don't think I've ever touched in something in this. You can have options celebrity, and then you can do the whole celebrity system. I quite like the celebrity system to a certain point. Like if I'm really focused on it, I usually opt them out of this celebrity system because I don't really care for it. But if I play with late night or something, I really like the celebrity system. So you can tweak this whole thing right here. Allow friend making, allow meet the boss. This is all set on true by default, so don't worry about that. The next one is households. Now here I'm pretty sure, I don't think I have ever done anything in this menu. I may have changed move-in preference to coin flip instead of like husband or wife, but I think it is coin flip by default. The rest is literally all the same, and I don't think I've ever touched this, to be honest, to be completely honest. The next one is lots. Now here are the immigration and emigration ones, so these are sometimes quite important. So if you go to immigration, so you can get your ratio or your immigration gauge right here. I don't really touch this. I just put this on 0 to just disable the immigration entirely. But this is basically a value that your town has to meet before there can be Sims immigrated into your town. So if you have a very overcrowded town, you might want to set this up, might look into it. And yeah, you also have an immigration ratio, which I think it's the debt to net worth ratio, which determines when this household will be allowed to emigrate. Yeah, so when they want to move into your or move out of your town. So you can, I really don't touch that because I don't want to fuck anything up, and I feel like I might. But it is sometimes very, very important that you take a look into that. The next one is inspection. I have never touch this, so you can just put this on default. The next one is money, and here is really where it's at, to be honest, because this is where, if you have the money module, that is, because otherwise there will probably be nothing in here. But if you have the sort progression money module, you can go through your whole money settings. So you have debt and taxes. If you watch my leprosy challenge, you know that we currently have a loan going, and I'm pretty sure you can hear bank loan rate. So this is your 10% of and high risk is it's 10% of your what's it called, your interest rates, and the interest rate with high risk. So you can change it right here. So you can really change this this whole thing right here. You can even have tax days if you want to. So this is really, it's a really interesting feature. You also have fees and support, so child support for teenagers, for children, daily fee, allow active. I have that on false. I just never really needed it. I just don't really play with like taxes and stuff. I just play with the loans. You can even have elder support payment and all that kind of stuff. Daily fee per household sim, etc. You can make it as crazy as you want to. Then you also have purchasing. So this is basically about like the cars and the canes and the bicycles and the strollers and literally anything. You get a little message like, oh, they bought a car, and I'm like, okay, great. So you can just fuck around with that right here. And as last but not least, we have the options for sales. So you can just sell collectibles, sell family inventory, personal inventory, basically what the NPCs will sell, and all that kind of stuff. Now, when we go back into this menu, the next one is personalities. Now, there is not a lot with me in here because I don't have a lot of personalities in my game because I don't really like it that much, but there are personalities modules for story progression that get like robbers and town Casanovas and all that kind of stuff, but I don't really play with it. So I don't really touch this either. We have options extra, like allow go to jail. Apparently it's on false, max klepto steal. So you have a lot of things right here. I'm so sorry for my voice. I've recorded 2 videos before this one of 45 minutes, so my voice is a little bit, it's going away a little bit. Then we have options extra relationship. I don't know what this is. I never touched this, so you can just, if you don't use it either, you can just quit out of this. The next one is options pregnancy. Now, pregnancy has a lot of things. We have blend mutation chance of what? Blend mutation chance, always marry unexpected parents. I do that on false. We have advanced genetics, I put it on true. Chance of attempts, chance of hybrid offspring, identical twins, occult mutation, chance of part inheritance. Cooldown between pregnancies is on 0. Cooldown marriage to pregnancy is at 1 apparently. And then near death elder limit, I think about 10 days before they become elders. If they're 10 days before becoming an elder, I don't think they can get pregnant anymore. Pregnancy and maternity leave, that's on false. All that kind of stuff. So you can really go wild. It's a really, really nice. I don't think I've changed a lot of things in here, but there is a lot of things you can tweak if you want to. You could even say newborn gender to be female, balanced female, male, or random. I think I've put that on random instead of balanced, but I am not entirely sure. Now, the next one is options romance. Now, romance, I don't really touch either. You can say rename Sims after divorce if you want them to get a different name after they split up. Though I don't always do that. It should be probably handy to check this, but you can or you can't. It's whatever, you know, whatever. So rename children on marriage. I always have this on true because it only makes sense. And the other ones, yeah, I don't really touch, actually. So these are my settings for this one. The next one is scoring. It's on speed, 400. I don't know what else it does. This is it. That's the scoring. I don't know what this does. I really don't. The next one is option Sims. Now, you can actually see that there's an immigration and emigration one right here. This is replace NPC roommates with immigrants and replace service sims with immigrants. So I don't do that. You could, but I don't. I just don't. Maximum residence though. Very important, because by default, this was at 50 for me. 50! So only 50 human sims could live in this town. I have changed it to 150 because people were not getting pregnant. People were not having babies. They were just stuck because there was a cap, because there was only a cap of 50 people in my town. So please keep that in mind with this one. Please do. Then we have options, traits, and lifetime ones. I have never touched that. Add missing traits is there. Choose lifetime ones for teen is there. Disallow inactive lifetime ones, so you can disallow some of those. So yeah, I never touched this, but you can if you want to. Now there are a few more. I will not go through all of them because these I really don't touch. There's only a few I really touch, so that's why a lot of people, you only touch usually a few settings in story progression, so it can get quite frustrating if you don't know which one to touch. The next one is option situations, and these I actually do use, but again, only a few. The ones in the basic menu I have never used. The options for gatherings I have never used, but the options for grads, proms, and curfew I have. So you can allow proms, graduations, and all that kind of stuff, but the one I really use is curfew enforcement days. Now I have these set on Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they don't have a curfew because I feel like my sims, or my teen sims at least, would be, able to go out or sleep over at their grandparents or, that kind of stuff. So I have them turned off for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but they do have a curfew on, the rest of the days. So I touch these, and that's all I touch in this menu. That's it. You can even set the prom valid days. I have that on just the weekends. And the graduation days, I also have that on the weekends. So yeah. Then back to here, you have options skills. If you do not have the skills module, you will not have this entire menu. Now, I have not touched anything in this menu, but just take a look. Maybe I did, but I'm pretty sure I have never even seen this menu before. But yeah, you can really fine tune if you want to like push cat hunting, push collecting, push dog hunting. You can put it on false and all that kind of stuff. So it's really great. It's really, really nice. The next one is literally option stories, and you can clear your story log, disallow kind of stories, log all stories, maximum stories, show non-pushable stories, and etc. So these are the ones you get up here, like on the top right of your screen. You can fine tweak them here. Now that's all for the general part of story progression. The next one is cased options. Now cased options is basically, here are all the case, and I don't really touch any of these except for the teenagers. Now you will get a shitload of things right here, but things I usually only touch here is, let's see, romance allow and pregnancy allow participation. So this will make them so that they can woohoo, and risky woo if you have that turned on a woohooer. So this is just very important if you want your teens to be able to woohoo, and that's literally all I touched in the case options in the teenagers. I'm pretty sure that is literally all I touch in the case options. I have a moved out family case that this allows them to break up, like allow break up is on false, because if I have my Sims, you know, get together and I work hard for it, I don't want them to break up. Like, go away. Don't. The next one is immigrant options. This is basically, I don't think I've ever really done anything in here except for, let's see, romance, marriage, name, same sex. I put that on coin flip. I think that's it. That's all I touch in the immigrant options. I don't really have immigrants in my town anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Then the lot options. I don't really touch anything here except for the maximum size pets. I put that on 3. I think normally it's on 6. And then all your households in the whole town will have 6 fucking pets. So I changed that to 3, and that is all I have for here, I think. Yeah, that's all I have changed in here. The next one is town options. This is literally the same as the immigrant options, and I changed again. The only thing that I changed is the romance, marriage, name, same sex to coin flip, and that should be it. And I think this might be on coin flip as well, but this, I put that on husband because I don't know, I just like it. Now, as you can see, we have gone through everything, and that means that are all the story progression settings. Now, I really hope that all of this made sense. If it didn't, please comment with a question and I will try to help you out as much as I can. I hope I showed you enough as much as I can. I hope I didn't make this too long of a video for you guys to follow. As you can see, the most things are under general, and that's basically where it's all at. And there's really only a few things you really need to change in there to have a really nice flowing story progression game. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and maybe even comment down below. All my other socials are linked in the description, including my Twitch channel and my Discord server, so check that out, and otherwise I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!